Good morning, Stanton. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is on its way in less than 3 weeks, and I am just going through day by day, taking a look at what is available, what ships are going to be out there, and what you might want to look at as a new player. And the first day that you go to the expo, you are going to be checking out Anvil Aerospace ships. Now, Anvil is a Terra-based manufacturer, mostly focused on like military or some solid exploration ships. They've got a lot of fighter ships like the Hornet, but they also have the Carrack, and the Carrack would be a massive, amazing ship for you to check out. Now, if you are going to play Star Citizen for the first time, you will have a starter ship, and I think your starter ship last year was an Origin 100i. I don't know what it would be this year, but you're going to definitely have a small ship to fly. Take that ship out. Take it out and give it a fly. I'll make a little tutorial on the basic flight controls and show you when I make the video on how to download and install the game, and take it out and learn to fly. Don't take the biggest, baddest ship you can find from the expo and use that as your first ship to fly, because if you try to take out a Carrack as your first ship, you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to really enjoy flying the game because it's not going to handle as well. You're probably going to bounce into a few things. It's a little bit sluggish. You really want something that's a lot more fun. What we're going to do is we're going to go and check out the Anvil ships that are available and will be usable in the game when you're playing the expo. So we're going to go to Anvil ships here, and we really have the Hornets. Now the Hornets, there's more than one Hornet. Now if I go here and click and compare, where? Here we go. No. Here we go. So we have the Hornet, we have the Hornet Wildfire, we have the Ghost. You can see there's a bunch of different variants of the Hornet. Now if we look here, we can also see, scrolling down here, the Wildfire's there. We've got the regular Hornet, the Super Hornet. These are all just different variants. The Tracker. They all have different roles. So when you're comparing them, you notice that some have faster turning, some have better scanning, some come with different weapon loadouts, but they're all the basic substructure that's the same. So they're all just going to be useful for fighting various medium fighters. We also have the Terrapin, which is an awesome looking ship in my opinion. It is more of a scanning and exploration ship than it is a fighting ship, and it's got an awesome design. I love the little pods that are on the side for landing. You go in there, there's a scanning seat, there's a bed, and like a small room for a crew of 2. We have the Hurricane, which is another heavier fighter, 2-person fighter. The Carrack is going to be the biggest ship of the show. When you have finally made your way to the show hall, this is going to be the ship you see. When you come up the stairs into the area, you're going to see a massive Carrack sitting there, looming, that's not the word, looming over the crowd, and it is awesome. This is a ship that you can explore and get lost in if you don't know where you're going. It is a massive cargo hauler. It's got a ton of turrets on it. It's got crew quarters with meeting rooms and bedrooms. It's got a massive engineering section. It's got a drone repair section. It's got a vehicle bay built into it. It's got beautiful, huge cargo areas that you can explore. You can do a lot of shipping in there. It's got a massive range. You can have a huge crew in here. This is the ship to check out at the expo. This is not going to be the ship that you would be looking at to buy for your first ship in game if you're going to get a game package. Although you could, I believe for a little over $1,000, you could buy this and a bunch of other ships. Am I right? Yeah, so $1,100 you could get a Carrack and a Terrapin, and you could get the digital download, which you need to play the game once the free fly is over. You could get a name reservation. You can name your ship. You can get the Anvil Pisces. You can get a Drake Dragonfly. You can get Squadron 42 and the Tumbler Cyclone, which is a ground vehicle you'll be able to try, and a Freelancer Dur. You get some starting money and you get a plushie. Oddly enough, I don't think I ever noticed that you get a plushie, which would be an actual physical thing that you're going to get mailed. I think that's what happens. Anyways, The Carrack would be the ship to check out. If you want to check out a ship that you would fly as a newer player just to learn how to fly, the Pisces or the C8X are both good ships to fly. The Liberator, unfortunately, is not going to be available. You won't be able to fly the Liberator in-game during the expo. I don't believe that is at all even close to being ready to fly yet. This is more of a ship transport ship. So you're looking at something where you're putting ships onto the top, into these bays, and flying around, turning this into a mobile transport platform for other ships. Not something I would buy. Even in game, I don't really see myself potentially buying this and using this. But if you are transporting a lot of Nova Tonks around or other ships longer distances, maybe once jump points and farther travel is a thing, and you have a fleet that you want to move from one system to another, then I see this coming into play. But at the moment, I really don't personally see a use for this. A land vehicle, we have the Ballista. There's a couple versions of the Ballista here. They're basically just ground assault vehicles with the rocket launchers on the back. So something else to check out. More Hornets, the Hawk, the Ghost here. We done the Crucible. I don't believe you can fly yet. The heavy repair vehicle. That's not really a vehicle. Is it still in concept? What does it say here? In concept. So that's not going to be able to be flown at all. So that's one we're not really going to be looking at. The Valkyrie, a pretty cool kind of like a drop ship. The Liberator Edition, I don't know what that is, but it's just a different look to it. The Pisces is definitely one to check out as far as like a little ship to fly around. Pretty fun. And then the Expedition is just a different skin of that. So those are going to be the Anvil ships. The Anvil ships are going to be the first ships to come out on the expo. So when you get that, you can try those out. Plus whatever the starting ship is for all players that are playing on the free fly event. So Anvil Aerospace, a pretty interesting ship. I'll leave a link to a little write-up about Anvil in the comments below, so you can kind of check out more about them and the history. There's a lot of history about them. They're from the Terran system, which is a system we don't currently have in the game, and they've been focused mostly on military ships and a lot of ships that people can play in game that are more of a fighting or exploration, and a pretty cool starting company for you to check out. So that is it. Day one, Anvil Aerospace, and hopefully something there kind of piques your interest, and hopefully something there is going to just amaze you. I think any new player, the first time they walk around in Carrack, they'll realize this is what you're going to work towards in the game, is something impressive. Whether it's that, or on day 6 when we get to the 890 jump, just something big and awesome for you to show people and give them tours of the ships. I myself am looking forward to one day finding an Orion and going for a walk around in there. The Reclaimer also, that's my style, the big industrial ships. But this one's cool. So hopefully something here has got you interested in showing up on day 1 and trying that out.